What happens if your banking app crashes right after you send $100 to someone? The money is deducted from your account, but before it reaches to the recipient, the application crashes. Did the money disappear? Thankfully, databases prevent this using transaction management. Transaction management ensures that either all operations succeed or none of them do. In JDBC, we achieve this using 4 methods: set auto commit false, commit, rollback, and save point. In this video, we will build a money transfer application using Java, JDBC, Eclipse, and MySQL. We will even create a system failure and see how transaction management keeps the data consistent. By the end, you will understand how real banking applications keep your money safe. First, let me create a table to keep account holder details. Table is created. Insert some records into the table. Commit all changes. Now our database table is ready. Let us go to coding. I have created a transaction management project in Eclipse IDE, and I have taken a transactions demo class. Let me write a main method and create a database connection. After creating connection, set auto commit to false mode. For that, just use con variable and set auto commit false. Let's see why we need to set the auto commit false. By default, JDBC uses auto commit mode. This means every SQL statement is permanently saved as soon as it executes. Now imagine John wants to send $100 to Smith and $200 to Michael. This requires 4 operations: deduct $100 from John and add it to the Smith. Then deduct $200 from John and add it to Michael. Let's say the first 3 operations succeed, but before Michael receives his $200, an error occurs. Because auto commit is enabled, all successful operations are already saved. Now Smith has received $100, John has lost $300, but Michael never receives his $200. The database is left in an inconsistent state. To prevent this, we disable auto commit using set auto commit false. Now let's code this example in JDBC and see transaction management in action. After this, just write transaction is started message. Our first transaction is to send $100 from John account to Smith account. Let me write a query to deduct $100 from John account. Use prepared statement to run this query in database. We need to set 2 values to the prepared statement. One is how much balance we need to deduct from John account, and another one is from which account we are going to deduct, that is from John. So set those 2 values using the setter methods. Use execute update method to run this query in database. After deducting amount from John account, now we need to add $100 to the Smith account. Let me write the query for it. Use prepared statement to run this query in database. We need to set 2 values to the prepared statement: how much money we want to add and to whose account we are going to add. Set those values using the setter methods of the prepared statement. Use execute update method to run the query. If the 2 operations are successful, here just print a message: $100 transferred from John to Smith. After the message, I will create a save point by using setSavePoint method from connection interface. And here pass a message, transfer 1 is completed. The setSavePoint method will return a save point object. We need to store it. Let me create a save point object here. Save point is from SQL package. We have to import it. Now we have set the save point after the first transaction. Why do we need a save point? After John successfully sends $100 to Smith, we create a save point. A save point acts as a checkpoint within a transaction. Next, John tries to send $200 to Michael. The amount is deducted from John's account, but an error occurs before Michael receives it. Instead of rolling back the entire transaction, we will roll back to the save point. This cancels only the failed transfer to Michael. The successful transfer to Smith remains unchanged. John gets his $200 back, Smith keeps his $100, and the database stays consistent. Now our second transaction is to send money from John account to Michael account. Let me write a query to deduct $200 from John's account. Use prepared statement to run this query. We need to set values to the prepared statement. First one is how much money we want to deduct, and the second one is from whose account we want to deduct. Use those values by using the setter methods. We want to deduct $200 and we want to deduct it from John's account. Execute this query by using executeUpdate method. Now let me write a query to add $200 to the Michael's account. Use prepared statement to run this query. We need to set values, how much balance we are going to add and to whose account we are going to add. We are going to add $200 and we are going to add to the Michael's account. Execute this query using executeUpdate method. If the two operations are successful, just print a message, $200 transferred from John to Michael. This time, all four operations completed successfully. $100 is transferred from John to Smith, $200 is transferred from John to Michael. Since no error occurred, we call commit. Commit permanently saves all changes to the database. At this point, the transaction is complete. And after that, print a message, all transactions are completed. Before I run the program, let us go and see the balances of each individual from the database. So these are the balance of each individual. Now John is sending $100 to Smith and sending $200 to the Michael. So John balance should become 700 and Smith balance should become 500 and Michael value will become 400, and let's see whether those details are changing or not. Save all changes and run the program. So here it is saying all the transactions are successful, and let's go back to the database and see whether the balances are reflecting or not. Run this query again, run the select query again. And now you can see John as having 700 of balance and Smith 500 and Michael 400. All the transactions are successful and database is in a valid state. Now I will create a custom exception in our second transaction. I will create it here. This will throw an arithmetic exception to the catch class. Let's go to catch class. Here I will take another try catch. The exception is raised after the first transaction, and we have a save point after the first transaction, which means the first transaction is saved. So here I will check if save point is null or not null. If SP is not null, which means first transaction is successful, and I will roll back the transaction until the first one. Now we roll back the transaction to the first one and I will commit, which means the first transaction will be committed and the second one will be rollbacked. If it is not the case, which means the error is in first transaction itself, the SP will be null, which means the first transaction is also failed, then we have to roll back the entire transaction. Just write con.rollback. So it will roll back the entire transaction. Now let me run the code. Here it is saying transaction started 100 transferred from John to Smith, and it is showing an error. And let's go and check the database values. So these are our previous values. Now the John balance should become 600 because he transferred $100 to the Smith, and the Smith balance should become 600, and Michael balance should be the same, 400. Run this query again. Now you can see John is 600 and Smith is 600 and Michael remains 400. So this is how we use save point. Now let us see how database inconsistencies occur without transaction management methods. This is the code I keep it. We are just doing only one transaction, that is from John to Smith. John is sending $100 to Smith. And there is no save point, there is no commit, there is no rollback. And let's see how the transaction behaves. And I will keep a custom exception here. Before we run the program, let's see the balances of John and Smith in the database. Run the select query for latest details. John is having 600 balance and Smith is having 600 balance, both together 1200. And let's run the program now. So here you see transaction is started, $100 transferred from John to Smith message is not printed, which means transaction is crashed halfway. Let's go to database and run the select query again. So now John balance is 500 because we have deducted $100 from John account, and before we sending that $100 to the Smith account, there is a crash. That $100 disappeared. Now database is in invalid situation. To avoid these kind of situations, the transactions use transaction management system in JDBC by providing the 4 methods which we have used. If you like the concept, like my video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next video, which is connection pool. Thank you. If you have any doubts, comment them in the comment box. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.